Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hey, it's Sunday afternoon. I want to briefly talk about the market. Man, we just had a bang up week. One of the best weeks this year, if not the best week this year. All of this good data came out. CPI, you guys saw that. PPI, you guys saw that. Jobs, the week prior, the jobs number came out, and the job numbers showed that we were doing extremely well with the job numbers, but that caused the stock market to go down. That's because it's giving the Fed more runway to continue to increase interest rate hikes. So the stock market went down based on good news. Now the jury's out on if the Fed will do 50 basis points on their next rate hike, which will be in September. Will they do 50 basis points or will they do 75 basis points? And, I've called them right so far, but on this one, I'm going to give it time. It's really just too early to tell because, as you know, this month there is no FOMC meeting. And so we just got to give the data time to come out, actually. And so now we are going in a 2-month period as opposed to month to month. Yes, they can call an emergency meeting. That will be bad news for the market. If they call an emergency FOMC meeting, which they still can do, then that will be bad for the market. That just means that they're going up higher sooner, okay? And so it's up to the Fed now. The Fed could still mess up and crash the market. So what generally happens when inflation starts to peak, the Fed generally starts to start to turn around, right? And if we're forced into the recession, or if they force the hand of a recession, then the Fed turns around and starts to decrease the interest rates, actually, and start to subtracting rather than adding. And that's just the way, for those of you that are new to this, that's the way it reacts. All right. I'm sorry. These allergies got me. I've tried it all, good people. Thank you for all your suggestions, but it's just this area that I'm living in. So I might have to move. So that's what we want to talk about, the market. And so now we're going to see if the Fed does 50 basis points and then 25 and 25 and be done for the year, or if they see that the market can handle it and they decide to go up 75 basis points, which at this point will not be good for the stock market, right? If he does 75 and 75. A lot of people think that the Fed's job is to control the stock market. That is not true. The Fed job is the overall economy. That's what the Fed job is. So when Jerome Powell is talking, he's thinking about the overall economy. Unfortunately, in times like this, one has to be sacrificed, and he could sacrifice the stock market to save the overall economy. And so that's what his job is. So only time will tell. This coming week will be a very interesting week after this week. This week was very telling because we had all of the data coming out. Wednesday, CPI, and then Thursday, PPI, all right? And then we had the jobs before that. So now this up and coming week, we will see if we're on a sure bounce back or was this a fake out, right? So now I'm going to ask you, what are you doing with your trading? Myself, I'm continuing to dollar cost average in. I haven't bought anything heavy, though I have been doing a little trading, which I've been, keeping you guys posted on. Keeping you guys up on what I'm doing. If you just look at my videos, but the biggest thing I'm doing is continue to DCA, dollar cost average. Now, if the market does a major leg down, let's say this coming week or next week, which I hope does not happen, Then I'm going to actually start to double up on my DCA. So I might just start doubling up in another portfolio, my dollar cost average when it legs down. I'm not going to double up that is going up, because that goes against what I believe in, especially if you have good, solid companies, all right? And I'm trying to get them at the best price. I suggest now is the time to get some good blue chip. In times like this, in a bear market, where we're still facing the worst of a recession, and we are in a soft recession, I'm going to keep saying that. Now is the time to establish your positions in good companies, right? So here's what happened in 2021. PE ratios didn't matter. In second half of 2020, 2021, PE ratios didn't matter. Stock like Tesla, didn't care. Didn't care if the PE ratio was 12,000. People didn't care. They wanted to buy Tesla. That's what happens in a bull market. But in a bear market, it's like the principal calls you to the office and say, hey, did you cheat on this test? Now, every stock is gauged or waged, or it's worth, it's the PE ratio, the price to earnings. Now that gets pulled on the carpet. All right. And so now stock by stock is getting called into the office. Are you worth what you say you're worth? And so the ones that aren't are the ones that's been getting hit the most. They have been tanking. And so that's why smart investors during a period like this are looking for value stock. Value stock are stock that have fair multiples and that are oversold, all under 15 to 16 PE ratio, which is normal. So now you're looking for a stock under 10, like 7. The price to earnings is 7, and they have cash and they have enough earnings. They're actually making money, and they will have enough to last through a recession. Okay. So that's what you have to look at. Now, I would suggest establishing positions if you just are in hype coins, or if you're just into meme stock. I strongly suggest that now you establish some long-term positions, because you may not get this opportunity anymore. And you guys know what my top 5 are. I've been saying them, Google, Apple, VOO, VTI, Microsoft. Those are my top 5 out of my portfolios. So remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. But I'm suggesting companies like that. You don't have to go with those. But I suggest you get some blue chip companies, and I suggest that you get some stable ETFs, right? That's what I'm going to talk about today. Leave me a comment on what you think this week is going to be. So this week will be very telling. And if it does leg down, I'm going to double up. All right. Leave me a comment on what you think. Remember, never fall for spam in the comment section. I will never ask you for money or crypto. I don't have a WhatsApp, and I don't invest anyone's money. I'm going to leave by saying this on a Sunday. Get your butt out of the way, right? Get your butt out of the way. And I always say this. There's always a big but in the room. For those of you that are not investing, not trading, not swing trading, and not day trading, but are not long-term investing, because that's the only true way to build generational wealth, get your butt out of the way. Get the butts out of the way, all right? I would be investing, but I would start dollar cost averaging, but I missed the bottom, or this or that. Remove all of the excuses. If you can afford a cup of coffee, you can afford $5 to invest. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of talk out there about how much money you need to invest. You just need to start. And if you have $5, just start. Okay. I did a video using the Webull app. There's a link below for that, showing you how you can literally start with $5 a day. So if you got $5, and if you're listening to me on a $1,200 cell phone and you have $5, just start and get the butts out of the way. I would start investing, but I don't have $5,000. You don't need $5,000. All you need is $5. So just start and get the butts out of the way. Hey, you guys already know those links below. Moo is offering you a bunch of free stock just by depositing $100. I am actually tomorrow going to be talking about some more gold that I'm going to be adding to the Moo app. So download that, deposit $100, and then Webull, where we're doing our $5 a day challenge. You can set it and forget it. Both links are below. With my links, you get free stuff. We will see you this week. It's going to be an interesting week. Don't forget to leave me a comment on what you think is going to happen this week and what you're doing in this market. Okay, good people? All right, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Peace.